stream.
Yeah, how'd that go?
We were okay.
Yeah.
We were all right. We're figuring
right.
it out.
Woo.
Yeah. Tom was
I'm
jerking
red.
off. What?
What? No, I told you I went for a run. That's not a code.
Yeah.
No, went for a run.
I was running with an emphasis on what my arms are doing.
Wow, so you could switch hands like that?
Yeah, switch hitter.
No, but I mean, just like
Very
with
talented.
with each
Doctors-
one. I mean, that is
doctor
pretty.
said
That's pretty
at a young
talented.
age.
Okay, like I have to respect that.
Thank
Like
you.
my hat's off to that. You know, and if you're moving, like, are your legs moving while
Yeah.
you're?
I can't hold still.
Oh, so wait a minute. Does that mean that Carmi was conceived on the run?
Man on the run. Yep.
Man on the run.
It's a whole process for how Jess and I have to make love.
Well, I mean, you're like a racehorse, right? Like
Treadmill, a bike
yeah.
is involved.
Yeah.
Usually a moving automobile. So
Carmi's gonna run a triathlon when she's 7. Yeah. Just because you got her on that quick start already. I mean, she's gonna be in the Olympics. Oh, baby. We here.
And yes, you do need to hear that, Eric. We steer.
You in the right direction. Welcome to another edition of the Grossi Perna Show. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna, and this is GPS. Yeah? No. No.
Just wait till you guys get the Skullcast. It's gonna
No!
be amazing.
This is BS. Again, this is cyberbullying. That's like, wow, I'm really red from that run. It's like hot out
Thank you,
already.
Look at
It
that
is.
Bo Nix.
You appreciate you, Michael. Appreciate
Bo
you.
Nix.
Whoa!
Bo Nix.
Decade went a fitty before the show even started. Boop. It's 2 weeks ago. Main thoughts on the Cowboys training camp being empty. It's possible the Cowboys fans are finally over it. Listen. I think that there are several factors, and one I am going to take credit for. The Green Bay Packers ass whooping of the Dallas Cowboys in the wild card round. I think definitely after they got the 2 seed and they were so good at home that season, I think that let a lot of air out of the balloon, if you will. I think after Jerry Jones saying we're going all in, and then not a whole lot of all in was happening, that doesn't help. The contract stuff with CeeDee Lamb doesn't help. So I think it's, you know, Cowboys, I think, are going to still be a good team this year, but I think there's a lack of excitement because it's like, okay, well, what has this team done to get over that hump, to beat the Packers, to beat the 49ers? And I don't think that has necessarily happened. So
Do they still do training camp in Oxnard, California? Are they still up there?
I think it's, I don't know. I thought it was in Texas just further now, but I could be wrong. I don't.
Yeah,
I
where do
don't
they
remember.
do it now?
I don't remember. Decade, I got you.
I don't think they're over it. I think they're just over watching them practice.
That's fair.
If worms had machine guns, then birds wouldn't be scared of them.
No,
Sure.
they wouldn't.
That's just true. These are just facts.
Them
Appreciate you, Decade.
worms would terrify those birds. Oh,
Is that the only way the Bears would actually win? Is it for me being late? Is that, I just want to know. I'm asking for a friend. Asking for
Ask
no,
for
we're not
a
doing this
friend.
again. Not doing Bailey again. No. Me joins Perna. Jess and I make love. Well, listen, it is a
we
beautiful.
are married.
What'd you say? You waited till you're married, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah, of course.
you
didn't
go
even
to hell if you don't. You go to
Yeah,
hell.
I heard you didn't even hold hands.
Yeah, no.
I
Second
love
back.
sex.
Hey, it was the perfect time. It was the perfect time.
Speaking of Sean Payton, someone's got a little nose running.
Sorry,
It's okay. God blow your
I
nose.
don't get this out. It's gonna tickle. Don't want a nose tickle.
I
Were
saw
you
a Sean Payton interview with Kay Adams. It was talking about she just like straight up like, why haven't you given it to Bo Nix yet?
Yeah.
Why are you not just like? And he's like, no. Like, Has he not earned it? Like, is he gonna earn it? And he gave it. He basically said that all the other positions haven't been named, so he doesn't want to name this one, and then he's got to name all of them. He's just like, it's just for kind of everybody else.
Yeah.
So Sean Payton is
Kay is great.
She's a great interview. Oh my God, she's
so disarming. Like, she's got a great talent. She can ask whatever she wants, I feel like. But she is dead to me. So comes through Denver. I didn't see Kate. I didn't see Kay anywhere. Right in my home city.
Fair.
And not a DM, not a text, not a hey, let's talk Broncos, nothing. So Kay, fucking dead to me.
Oh, I think the reason is though, but she likes to talk to people who can parallel park their trucks.
Dude, I've been on a bad parking streak lately. I don't know what's wrong with me.
You're like, it's really impacting me.
I wish there was like erectile dysfunction medication for bad parking for men. Like when it starts happening, you're in your head about it. You don't know how to fix it. It brings you anxiety.
You start thinking about past performances. You're like, was I ever good at it?
Yeah, you just don't know.
Why? How come the Bucs don't get credit for smoking the Eagles while the Packers do beating the Cowboys? Narrative is the Eagles play terror. I mean, the Buccaneers got a lot of credit for having their winning season. I mean, myself and many others thought that they were going to be garbage last year. Like, I thought that they were going to be one of the worst teams, and they won their division. It wasn't like an overwhelming win, but like they won their division, and they won a playoff game, and were really competitive in that second playoff game. So I think it's more of just people are making fun of the Cowboys a lot because it's the Cowboys. The Eagles, they had like that whole back half of the season was just rough. If you're an Eagles fan, you basically knew what was coming. The Cowboys, like, they had that, hey, like, we're the second seed, we're playing at home, and they just got their ass kicked. So I think it's more on the Cowboys' loss. And then, of course, like, Jordan Love played really well, too.
Yeah, the Eagles are like this kind of like quiet mess right now, I feel like. Their playoff... did Perna curse the Satanists this year? Oh, the Vikes. It's like, I would never curse the Satanists. I need their help. The Eagles, they played so poorly in the playoffs. Their defense just fell off. Like, it just turned into a joke. And then you hear like Sirianni and Jalen Hurts weren't seeing eye to eye, but they got Big Dom back, right? That's the thing. Big Dom, their security dude, he couldn't be with them. Big Dom is back.
Thank God.
So if the Eagles are good, I think it's all on Big Dom.
Not because they got new coordinators.
Fuck those guys. It's Big Dom, and we all know it's Big Dom. We want it to be Big Dom. So that'll be something we're watching.
December at best, right? That's what I've read.
Yeah,
so
like
December at best. Like at best, it's December.
For a linebacker.
Now, if he did play for the Jets, he could be back next week.
Aaron Rodgers, like, that timeline is a little long, Matt. Let me put you in touch with my witch doctor.
Maybe second week of September. Dude, we talked about this a little bit at Clickbait yesterday. I feel so bad for Matt Milano. And this is just like the Bills, their defense, like they've had injuries, woes for years. But Matt Milano, like back-to-back, like huge injuries. It just sucks, man, because he is a phenomenal football player. Like, he's just fun to watch. He makes that defense so much better. And to not have them that's a tough loss. That's a tough one. It is. It is.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Wow. Thank you.
It was that good.
Like sex.
It was that good.
I wish that's how Stephen A. Smith talked all the time.
The I like sex one?
The weird, like,
I like
nerd baby voice. Whatever the hell that is. I want that. I want that in my ears. Oh, speaking of ears, don't forget GPS podcast form now.
We're climbing up Mondays?
We're climbing up the charts. We're going to get into this top 100. I know it.
Okay.
Know it. Downloads are going. Every show, more and more people are listening. Okay? Fuck you, decade. Yes, I do. I do. We put my dad put those ledges on the side of your truck so you can step into it.
Well, I heard.
It's actually for Jess and my mom. My mom made him get it because my dad has a full-size truck too. It is hard for them for her.
Can he parallel? He could definitely parallel park his truck.
My dad? Oh,
Yeah.
that with his eyes closed.
That man literally could just do one finger.
Yeah.
And
He could reverse park a truck pulling 2 trailers. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, yeah.
Have you ever pulled a trailer, Tom? Have you ever tried to park a trailer, reverse a trailer? That is a man skill that is.
So my father built his own trailer, like so he could drive like the tractor around and stuff. And so yeah, like he's tried to back up. It took a while. It took a hot minute for him to get used to that because that's a whole level of ball game.
It's counterintuitive. You turn the way you don't think you should to get the trailer to go where you want it, and it is
also why like I have nothing but the utmost respect for truck drivers. Because good God, man, I couldn't. My uncle used to be a truck driver in New York City, and I was like, bro, he's like, oh yeah, like back in the day, like you're going down like, you know, a really, really narrow street and another truck is coming and it's like, all right, I'm just losing my mirrors today. And then you just go by and, you know, lose your mirrors and then you just keep going. Yeah. I was like, oh, okay. That's a lot. Like I would just be pure panic and pure dread. Yeah. So no.
I watched my dad back out like his motorhome with the trailer on it in this tight squeeze in the mountains where it's like this impossible turn to get in and out of. I'm just like, I'll never be a man. I won't. I'm okay with that too.
That's fine. We all have skills. You educated on the back of a dime?
Oh yeah. I'm calling dimes FDRs now. Instead of saying he dropped a dime, I'm be like, that was an FDR. And so I told everybody in the video, like, if you didn't know, it's because FDR's on the dime. And if you didn't know that, you're stupid. But I revealed in my Discord that I didn't know either. I had to look it up. Because people felt bad. They're like, I didn't know. Am I dumb? I'm like, no, I didn't either, guys. And then the next episode, I had another reference to FDR. Unintentional, but it just came up. I'm an FDR man. That's what I'm saying.
Great president. Great president.
What I was saying, GPS is a podcast. All right. We got the Spotify, Apple links below. If you want to listen to the show, please do give us the ratings. There's 5 stars. Leave us a review because Tom and I really do want to.
I've really enjoyed making.
You son of a bitch! I was waiting to play that clip the entire time. I was waiting.
I've really enjoyed making love to your ears. I think that you have beautiful ears. They fit very nicely. So I would say it would be an erotic.
Erotic.
I was gonna do it before, but then we went on a tangent, and then I was gonna do it. So mind meld.
It's a tragedy that Nathaniel Hackett isn't a good head coach. He would have been my best friend.
Oh, dude, like I think we could have gotten him on the show.
Yeah,
it would have been great. It would have been great.
Hey, Hackett, you want to come on and talk about ear sex? Because we would love to.
Oh yeah, the whole thing would just be like, let's talk. Well, because
that's what I would have DM'd him, like ear sex talk. Let's do it.
And he would have been like on it. Well, because he collects vinyls, right? Like he collects records. Because I think you showed me that when he was like coming to Denver, they did like a sneak peek thing, and I think he was in his garage and he had like a whole bunch of records and stuff. Yeah.
That's a really nice thing to say about Tom, Brandon.
Brandons don't have to stick together.
Brandon's got to compliment Brandon.
That's it. It's all.
Any other name there, I'd be like tight.
Since we gotta believe again.
Oh, we do, Max.
Bo Dallas.
Hey,
Bo Dallas.
Yeah. What?
Bo Dallas.
Bo Dallas.
Yes, he's a wrestler who's now Uncle Howdy. I told you this, and he started the Bo Leaf thing years ago, Perna. If you had gotten into wrestling when I told you to, you could have made it a whole thing. Hey, if Bo Nix sucks and he goes to the Cowboys, oh man, the Bo Dallas memes will be through the roof.
That'll be interesting.
Just saying.
Yep. Bo Never this year. That doesn't even make sense, Luciano.
Bonver.
Bonver?
Bon Iver?
Bon Iver? Is it Bon Iver? Bonver. Bonver. Ooh, Bonver. You just got boned.
We just got flipped off by this kid.
Oh, yeah. Dang, that kid goes hard.
Yeah, bro. See, you know what?
Ransom.
Might be a middle schooler. Might be. Just saying.
Ransom the plumber.
Could be.
Did you watch the Patriots Eagles game at all, Tom?
I watched a good chunk of it, and then I went back and watched all the Drake Maye stuff.
Nice.
So, because I wanted to see that. Also,
You
the
watched
pass
the
rush
Drake
was
Maye
better.
tape?
Say again?
You watched the Drake Maye tape?
Yeah. He didn't have that many throws. Yeah, but their defense got a good amount of pressure, which I was like, okay, I know it was against second string guys, but it got a good amount of pressure because they got like a few sacks.
Yeah.
But the thing I noticed about Drake Maye is, one, he looks like a rookie quarterback. And I mean that in a good and a bad way, because one, he has that mobility, right? Like that a lot of college guys have when they come out and they're just like, okay, they're dancing in that pocket a bit. But some of those deep balls were like really good and they were really impressive. And some of those receivers just need to catch the damn ball. And I feel like Drake Maye, regardless of how his play is this year, like he has to get another season with actual weapons. Like get a true number one receiver out there.
Well,
and I think
they might have that. Yeah. His best pass was that deep ball to Javon Baker, who dropped it. It was almost so pretty. But Jalen Polk, it was like a bubble screen to Polk, or just I don't even know if it was a bubble screen, just a quick pass.
LeBron.
And Jalen just juked the shit out of two Eagles defenders. I think that's their guy. It's just like Maye needs to get more reps with those guys. And I think that's Mayo. Gerard Mayo said this morning they're talking about getting him more reps with the ones. And the thing that is surprising is Jacoby Brissett has not played well at all. Like usually, like he's going to be steady no matter what, but he's been bad. And I know it's so limited. Sometimes you just need to get in rhythm, but like he hasn't done anything to make you go, oh, we should start Jacoby, because Drake looked better last night. I think you'll get a longer look at him in the next game. But like, you're just wasting time. And I think Drake's ready to go. Like, get him out there.
Yeah. Mars winner, hundo. Well, now on the Bears hype. Not sure why I think Caleb can enter the league and be top 10 day one. He's against pros, not small schools. Let's go Lions. Yeah, I think it's so where I've been putting out all my predictions were like floors and ceilings, and you know I did not too bad, except when we talk about the NFC South and West, then it didn't go so well. Sure. But like I had their floor this year, I got them at 6-11, and their ceiling at 10-7. So like if everything goes wrong, I still think that they're a 6-win team. If everything goes right, they're around a 10-win team. So I don't know. Like, I think there's Bears fans with like a ton of hope and optimism because they need to have it. And again, this is like the most set up that they are in the past few seasons. So I think it's more of just Bears fans like, it has to be this guy. And he looked pretty good. Of course, it's just preseason. He looked pretty good in that Bills game. But yeah, like nothing's going to matter until, week 1. And we're going to see him go up against a good defense with the Titans.
Yeah.
So
Bears fans are dying of thirst.
Yes.
They are a thirsty bunch of fans. And Caleb gave him a little drop of hope.
A little drop of water.
Oh, it wasn't just a drop of water. That was holy water. That was anointed holy water that they tasted. And their expectations are rising.
Johnny John John!
But yeah, there's going to be a lot of ups and downs with Caleb, I think, as a rookie.
Sure.
You're going to see him do like some stuff that you're very impressed with.
Yep.
Because he has that talent. He's always had that talent. He's going to blow your mind.
One of the most lauded draft picks. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. I to me, right, like he does things that are Mahomes-esque, right? He can make all the arm angle throws and everything. Beautiful. But I really feel like his rookie year is going to be a little more on par with like Josh Allen's rookie year, where you see some of like, oh, this dude's a freak, but they got to dial it in. And it's more of like, I don't know about the Bears coaching staff at this point, or even their offensive line at this point, but maybe closer to Josh Allen as a rookie. Lord Taco! You know how many tacos I can buy with $100. One day, I will buy $100 worth of tacos.
No, we're about to freaking parallel park. Look at it.
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't parked this truck much.
Oh, tight compact package. Trying to get in a tight compact spot.
You got plenty of room. No, I know.
Oh, look at this. Look at this. We're good. Oh, let's get the Broncos season.
I really jacked it. I went too deep.
Thank you, Johnny.
Johnny, fired. You are so fucking fired,
I
Johnny.
forgot the Broncos season. that was good. There you go. Lord Taco got a debut clip right there.
I've never felt so emasculated in my entire life.
Anyway.
You could chop off my wiener, and I would feel like I'm more of a man still than watching me park that truck that way.
Dude, it's gotta be difficult.
I don't know if I've even parallel parked since then.
It is
I'm struggling parking in regular parking spots, Tom. That's how bad this has gotten.
Wow, buddy, I didn't know that this has gone on for over a year. I didn't know how deep that wound hit.
It is bad.
It's like first time I'm meeting Tom in real life. Like, you know, he's right there. I got a front row seat, right in the passenger seat. I get you. Yo, Brandon's dad probably is forklift certified.
Oh, I'm sure.
He probably could. He actually probably doesn't need to be forklift certified, or he was just born forklift certified. It's one or the other. You know, I think he could.
Good parallel parking makes you more of a man than having a penis. That's what I said, guys.
There you
Deal
go.
with it.
That's it. Whoa. You're gonna learn.
Was your grandpa drunk?
Back in my day, this is a true story. Because we used to drive everywhere, right? So on the East Coast, we drive everywhere. So we've driven to Florida, like in a Toyota Camry from like 1990. Toyota Sienna, we've driven down to Florida.
Sure.
And then every now and then we would go up to Lake George. And so there was a time, I definitely did not have my license. I want to say I was 12, and we're driving back from Lake George, and my dad wants to read like the circular, like for the grocery store to see what's on sale. And I'm sitting in the passenger seat, and he's like, hey, just like grab the wheel, like with your left hand, and just like tell me when the light's green and stuff. And I was like, okay. So like I'm grabbing it, and he's like reading it, like something's on sale. And I'm like, Dad, the light's green. And he just hits the gas while I have it. So yeah, you know.
That's crazy.
You just learn. You just learn.
That's hilarious.
This is how you learn. Oh yeah, Kenny Pickett. Speaking of, because I know that they said that he's still QB2. Sirianni was saying that he's still certified, but he does not. In the pocket, looks frantic.
I saw somebody tweet, Kenny Pickett held Matt Canada back.
Yeah, it was, well, you know what? There's a line I have in the Steelers reaction of like, I don't have to pretend that Kenny Pickett's good anymore, because it reminded me with you and like Drew Lock. And like Drew Lock had that moment last year, which I think everyone was happy for him because it was just so cool. But like you were like, okay, like yeah, all right, another season with Drew Lock. Let's see, like, because there's sometimes there's flashes there. You gotta like, you know, defend him a little bit. It's not gonna like crap all. And it was the same thing with the Steelers of like, okay, yeah, like there's some promise there. There's some games where he got it, and then there's some games he just looked terrible.
Yeah. Well, so. Drew Lock in his rookie year, he had a couple really nice games. The Texans, I think the Panthers. So there was genuine belief with Drew, and then after that, everything kind of went south. There was coaching changes. I think Cortland Sutton got injured that year, so it was hard to get a read on Locke. But yeah, but what's funny is for Steelers fans, that turned into Russell Wilson for us, and now Steelers fans are going from Pickett to Russell Wilson, which is an upgrade. It is an upgrade, but there is still the chances of pain are still prominent. Pro in what? What?
I don't even know where that one came from.
I did not say that. Decade.
That is inaccurate. Isn't Jefferson on the nickel? That's not true.
I looked it up.
That's not true.
Don't you try to mess with me.
That's not true. That's not.
FDR on dime.
Yeah,
Roosevelt dime.
Isn't Jefferson on the nickel? Now I'm going to gaslight myself.
Justin Jefferson?
Yep.
Let's see here. Eisenhower. Ooh, wait. Eisenhower's on the dime?
What?
No.
No.
Eisenhower.
I'm not going to be oh, God. Now I have to rely on. Why are you looking at... I'm going to... No. FDR is on the dime. Yes, that is correct.
Okay, yeah. Don't...
Yeah. We're not getting gaslighted. And it's Jefferson on the nickel, right? I'm like, I'm just going to look this up. I don't even know why. Yeah. I'm a history teacher, and I was like, maybe I've been out of the game for too long.
Eisenhower. Overrated.
Yeah, Jefferson's on the nickel. Okay, I'm not crazy. Oh,
How do you make facts, Matthew?
come on now. Kenny Pickett scares me. Oh, well, have fun. Fun.
Yeah. Pickett, I mean, that whole quarterback draft class is an interesting case study, but like he was the best available, I guess. It didn't work out.
Yeah.
He's got backup written all over him. I wouldn't read too much into how he played like last night. Who is the guy who they say went in after him and looked better? Who's the other quarterback for the fucking Eagles?
Only boomers.
Dude, I cannot. There's too much Tanner McKee. That's right.
Tanner McKee.
And this is what you got to keep in mind. Maybe Tanner, pushed the ball down the field. But like by the time he comes in, the competition he's going against isn't as good. So it's hard. It's hard to evaluate.
Oh, yes. Oh, Russell Wilson, there's going to be a chorus of boos.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
What was that coffee suggestion? What'd I miss? What was the slogan?
Every morning and F the refs.
Wait.
F the refs.
We've got the new one. I've got the new slogan coming. The
Oh.
new bag. The new thing. Yes.
All right.
So.
Brandon's
keep an eye on
represent.
it. There you go, Brandon. That's what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, dude, it's this. So little.
Oh, what happened to
follow-up.
Cooks? I just took him in some fantasy.
The little follow up on that? Dak Prescott saying that contract talks are on the way.
They're getting better.
That's going well. Meanwhile, Jerry Jones is like, CeeDee Lamb, who? And I'm sorry. This is why I love players having social media, because CeeDee Lamb quote tweeting that and just writing LOL was just glorious. And I think just speaks to the dysfunction currently going on with the Dallas Cowboys. So, yeah, it's not great. It's not ideal. And again, I just don't know if the Cowboys have done anything that's going to make them significantly better. Like, they're going to have to rely on guys that are already on the roster to really have like a big step to get them over that hump, because they're amazing in the regular season. And then when it comes to the playoffs, speaking as a Packer fan, like, I get it. Like, they can't get over the hump. So, I don't know. Listen, you back up a trailer? That's a life skill.
It might be.
That's a life skill. That's a life skill.
Oh, speaking. It's like you just say the word Cowboys, and look who fucking shows up. It just summons him. He's like, somebody say Cowboys?
He appears. I believe in
I love it.
Joe
I love
Hendry.
it. No fear. All, dude.
Zappy.
You remember No Fear shirts? We need to bring those back. Are they still around?
The No Fear ones?
Yeah, I want No Fear shirts.
You gotta go old school. Gotta go to the tap out ones, right? And just
yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
get the tap out shirts. Oh yeah.
No Fear was cooler.
Go
No Fear
to
was
Hot
cooler.
Topic and be like, yeah. Nolan Smith. Yeah, I mean, because he didn't play last year. He was injured and stuff like that. Also, really raw talent. Yeah, I hope, because Nolan Smith was a lot of expectations coming out of college. So that's it. I mean, as I'm just saying, the picture, the child looked like they could have been in middle school.
Yeah.
And then you get drop kicked. That's just the rules.
Hey, that's your photo choice, not ours.
Oh, also,
Uh-oh.
by the way,
Okay.
I think I was on Instagram, so like yesterday or 2 days ago, and Jess posted a story, and like Carmi was on or whatever. Bro, she's getting so big. It's so crazy.
It's very
Like
crazy.
it's nuts.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
She's about ready to back up a trailer.
I imagine it's gonna happen next week. It's wild.
It's fun. Yeah, she'll be 4 this month. It's nuts.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
Literally have watch her grown during GPS.
I know.
And it's just go pack.
About ready to raise herself?
Oh yeah, at this point, you can probably leave her home, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I mean,
easy.
you just be like, hey, there's some food in the
Easy.
fridge. Just heat up some stuff. They're fine. It's fine.
Yeah, she's been riding
Yeah,
her
I get that,
Strider
Brandon.
bike around the neighborhood. She just cruises.
Oh, so
Very
she
cool.
by herself?
Yeah, I just say, come back in 20 minutes. Watch out for cars.
Getting ready for the triathlon.
Yeah, she likes power bombing down the hills, and
Hell
it
yeah.
terrifies Jess and I, but she just hasn't crashed it yet. So
Hey, You gonna learn. Go learn. That's it. That's it.
Mile High, the Bojo.
Speaking of the Denver Broncos.
Hey, look at that. I'm dying inside shirt. Nice.
Hey, I see that.
We're living now. Speaking of the Broncos, yes?
There's a game. There's a joint practice going on today. A little joint practice.
There it is,
Between
baby.
the Denver Broncos and the Green Bay mother-loving Packers, baby.
Now, I put on the thumbnail the most important game. And this is in the preseason for the
P.O. Box is
Broncos
good still.
for Bo Nix. What's do you know your Jordan Love first string snap count heading into this game?
I don't. I mean, if he scores a touchdown again, they might pull him after I don't know. I don't know if he's gonna play a little bit longer. This time, I actually, besides Jordan Love, I want to see Michael Pratt because Pratt played pretty well in that first preseason game, and I think he outplayed Clifford. So I'm curious to see how he's gonna do there. Also, AJ Dillon has an opportunity to, just to kind of prove some people wrong if that's in the cards. So.
Oh, you guys was he drafted or did he go undrafted? Pratt.
I'm 99% sure we drafted him.
Yeah, he was a potential Broncos target for a mid-late round.
Yeah, he was a seventh rounder.
Okay, yeah, people like Michael Pratt. That's the guy that Sean Payton actually likes. So that
looked pretty good. He looked pretty good. So
yeah,
exciting.
it's gonna be fun.
I have to get one of those. I gotta get one of those.
It's a big tease, this game. We're
We're
going to get a longer look at Bo Nix. I think, he's going to go against the ones. Hopefully you guys have a lot of your first string guys out there. I want to get a better read on him.
Sure.
And
this is the old one. I had to hook up the old one again. I'm so upset. Dude, I like that new computer I bought 2 years ago, and I built this one years and years ago, and it's been great. But it's the motherboard could probably get changed out and stuff like that. And I was like, all right, so I had another one built 2 years ago during the season because I didn't have time to build it, and I was super excited, and it just didn't really work. And I was like, okay, so I tried again this year, and it took hours, but I got it to work, and then it kept crashing, and I was like, I can't. It was during me editing the Vikings reaction, and it just crashed, and I was like, I don't have time for this. So I literally unplugged everything, plugged in the old one, and was like, this is what we're rocking with.
dude, you should have got Adele.
Should have got Adele? Like Adele the singer?
No, Adele. Dude, you should have got Adele.
No, bro, I built this computer.
Dell
I love
computer.
this computer so much.
Dell computer.
It's years old, but I love it. It's my baby. It's my baby.
What?
Trade value. I don't know about that. I mean
31. Saying Denver sucks.
no,
Why was he
that's
saying
a-
that during Super Bowl
it's
31?
21, buddy.
21. Why? Oh, fuck off.
31, the Packers won.
I saw 3. I only see triple X.
You
Vin
only
Diesel.
seen Vin Diesel?
Mm-hmm.
All right. That's
I
fair.
see 3 X's, then I see Vin Diesel.
Ah. Darren with a fitting. Boop. But kidding. Upside the Lions. CBs look great. That's true. Got minor injuries. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you just get that's the number one thing for every single team right now is just for the love of God, please avoid more injuries. Because that.
There's a good point here too. Andy Reid, best coach in football, right?
You can make the argument, yeah.
Patrick Mahomes, best quarterback in football.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes plays in the preseason.
Mm-hmm.
He gets reps.
Mm-hmm.
He might play a full half. Play the guys. That was going back to, not having Maye out there last week for the Patriots. Thank God they got him more reps. If Mahomes is out there playing and Andy Reid's cool with them playing, just fucking play your guys. For God's sake, let us watch some actual starters out there getting those reps. So that's one thing I respect about the Chiefs. They play their starters in the preseason. Saw Josh Allen play the first week there. They need those reps. It's like the Eagles holding everybody out last night. I'm that kid in that photo. Boring.
Football.
Boring.
How
Philly.
easily we forget John even says,
A thank you to John Elway, or John Elway.
If he plays a quarter, Mahomes plays a quarter.
It's a great clip.
He does. Mahomes doesn't need reps. That's what I'm saying. But they get him in. Get some ready.
I got you before a decade, right? Yeah, okay. I think this just popped up again. All right.
Decade.
Perna, that go to you, Perna?
Better of.
Is that a double?
Can
just want to make sure. I don't know if that. It's the same message.
accuse me of liking whatever. No, that went to you. You doubled down. He gave you a lot of money and insulted me.
We did just answer this, though. I think it's a mix of the Packers beating them, and then they haven't really done anything in the offseason to get them too excited.
Maybe that just popped up again.
I might have just popped up again. They might have just popped up again. That's it. Yeah, but just in case, because we don't want to.
No, he is not.
Blink. If you're a blinker, cut your eyelids off.
Sorry, go ahead.
He's not Drew Lock. They're very different.
Facts. It's
Yeah.
true. I mean, they have the benefit of like getting back-to-back Hall of Fame QBs. You know, we'll see with Jordan Love, and you sit guys behind him and they learn.
Yeah.
Also, shout out Tom Clements. Tom Clements is like the greatest person ever. So, yeah.
That
helps too.
Tom Clemens.
Ooh, the meme player.
Oh. I mean, Tom Brady again, as he
Yeah, I
keeps
draft Tom
teasing
Brady.
a return.
If he's there.
Who just officially retired? Was that Tavon Austin announced his retirement?
Joe Biden.
Oh.
Yeah,
Joe
Tavon
Biden?
Austin did. Yeah. Try Tom Brady again. Or Tim Tebow.
Yeah.
That's it.
Tap dance right now. Want this money? Huh? Is that for you? Can you tap dance?
There is a cheesehead. Go Pack Go. I don't have tap shoes. Right. Oh, Perna's gonna do it. There you go.
Can you hear it? Can you hear that?
I can hear it. Yeah. I can't hear it. Oh, there we go. Just stop. There you go. This is great for people who are listening via the podcast.
You just got tap danced. Yeah.
Tap danced. Or Cowboys Beatles.
Cowboys.
Careful there. I would never. Carmi's going to break the mold. Carmi's going to be the first ever good middle schooler. It's true.
I hope so.
And if not, then I don't have to deal with it. So it's okay. So it's fine.
Yeah. If she's cool from the ages of like 13 to 16, that'll be a huge win.
Oh, man, buddy. That would be... Can you just go up to her like when she's like 12 and she's like, hey, just be cool.
Yeah.
All right? Just be cool, please.
Just chill. Just be cool.
Just be cool. Just be cool.
We'll give you $100 every day if you just be cool.
Bro, can I get $100 every day to be cool?
No. I'm going to Lord Taco her. Bam.
So that's what it is. Lord Taco.
I'm saving up for 18 years.
Carmi, you being cool today? All right, here you go. A day is too much, buddy. You gotta like try to incentivize it for the week at least.
Yeah, but based on inflation, by the time she's like 13, $100 is gonna be worth like 80 cents.
If we're still even using paper currency.
If we're still even alive.
We're any bottle caps. It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. Broncos jerseys? But yeah, no, I am excited about this Sunday's game, which by the way, we are going to be streaming. Because it's gonna be Sunday night. It's
gonna be fun.
Rossi.
Dude, both of our first preseason streams did well, so I'm actually like excited. So
yeah,
people tuned in, and our teams are going against each other. I have something to watch in quarterback. Then we got news: Tim Patrick might be on the roster bubble, which is unfortunate.
Not Timmy P.
I know, fought back from those injuries, but they got some other guys they're looking at. Devon Vele is turning heads. But I hope to see like Timmy P shine early in this game. I need Bo Nix to make it his mission to get Tim Patrick the ball.
Because who played last night the whole game?
Uche.
Yeah, Uche did. Yeah.
Josh
Dude,
Uche.
I kind of love that. Just like, yep, you're gonna, because he said, right, if you're a starter and you get into a fight, you start a fight, you're playing the whole game in preseason, and if you're not playing a single snap. And I was like, damn, all right, that's how you incentivize a team.
Yep.
I think that's good. I think teach that discipline. That's it.
Yeah, I respect that. Russell Wilson starts on Saturday for the Steelers.
True. Yep.
Mm.
Preseason.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
we talked about this yesterday, and Pern and I were on the same page that it's going to be glorious because
It
it's
is.
Nicolas Cage.
I think everybody like whining and wanting somebody else, you're going to be blown away.
It's Nicolas Cage. Come on now.
Nicolas Cage is going to win the Oscar for playing John Madden.
I don't know
That's my
about that
early
one,
betting.
but-
That's my early betting favorite.
Triple X when I see Perna too. All right, there you go.
Ooh.
There you go. Hey, spicy. Oh my God! Please, let's talk about this.
The Reddick stuff.
So,
The Chronicles of Reddick. Oh, Vin Diesel again. All right, sorry.
nailed it. No, you nailed it. Okay, Brady's not going to the Vikings. First of all. Second of all, Reddick to the Bears. The Jets said they're not going to trade him. So in case you're a little bit out of the loop here, this is a few days ago now. Reddick goes to the Jets, right?
Sure.
You also need to make a trade for him.
Yes.
Reddick's a good player, right? And it just seems like he's waiting for that big time contract because he's been putting up like good sack numbers basically everywhere he's been going.
Man is just trying to get paid, and he's deserved to be paid for several years now.
Correct. And so goes to the Jets, and the Jets are like, all right, like we'll pay you. And then they offered him a contract, if I'm not mistaken, and he's like, no. He's like, what about what we want a bigger contract? And then the Jets, he's like, no. And then they said, okay, I want to get traded, and the Jets said no. Like Reddick's like, I request a trade, and like 5 minutes later on Twitter, like the Jets were like, we're not trading you. It's not happening. So I think that this is just a masterclass from the absolute genius that is Joe Douglas, because everybody knows this was written into law that Joe Douglas is the smartest GM in the entire league. So I don't see how this could have gone wrong.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
I think
It's hysterical.
right. So like this is what we don't really know. Okay. Thank you, Edgar. I will tap dance for you.
No, he says he doesn't want to see you tap dance. It's never.
Oh. Damn it, Edgar.
He made his kid cry.
Dang it, Edgar.
Yeah.
That hurts.
Yeah. He always wanted to be a dancer.
Oh, I was gonna start a TikTok tap dance channel.
Now that's done. Now,
Reddick, Joe Douglas. Oh my gosh. Now we got whoa
pro tap dancing, anti tap dancing. That's a clickbait punishment. You have to get tap shoes and do a tap dance routine. Yes.
Oh my god.
I'm not the only one that should suffer.
Dude, I'll tap dance the shit out of them shoes.
I know you will.
I'll be Mr. Bojangles. Okay.
Dancing.
Joe Douglas.
Mm-hmm.
So it's funny. The best part about this is Bryce Huff went to the Eagles, right? So the young, talented player that the Eagles had on the edge, they didn't want to pay him. They wanted to upgrade, right? Like they want, like I don't know why they didn't just go, oh, we found a guy in Bryce. He goes to the Eagles.
Yep.
They have to get rid of John Franklin Myers for money. So they lose two pieces on that D-line. But you're like, okay, Bryce or Reddick, probably a little more dynamic than Bryce Huff. They trade for him. And when you do those trades where a guy wants a new contract, we're all under the assumption that the team and the player have agreed upon a contract, right? That's the only way it makes sense. It's been part of the Brandon Ayuk trade story. Like wherever he goes, he's going to have to agree to the new contract. We assumed that was what was happening with the Jets and with Reddick. What we don't know is if they actually had that agreed upon, and then if the Jets or Reddick decided they didn't like that deal, or if they said they were going to give him the contract and then they lowballed him. Like I've heard both things there.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Bojangles.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's even if let's just say Reddick's at fault, right? Let's just say like he decided he didn't like the deal. It still looks bad for the Jets. Like you got to have that shit locked down. And just give him the money. Give him the money.
Well, I think
making him show up like you're playing this game of chicken.
But here's my
you got Rodgers coming back. Your window's this big.
Well, that's what I think it also is, dude. It's maybe it was, hey, will you just play for this season and rock out because maybe you'll get a Super Bowl, right?
No,
And then you
I
can
don't
get,
think
like,
Reddick was ever like that.
No, I think that's what the Jets were
Yeah, I
potentially
know.
hoping of, like,
They picked the worst guy to do that.
Well, I think it's this is an old Packers thing too, that like Aaron Rodgers came out like, well, things like weren't going that well when he's still on the Packers, and he's like, hey, like players are coming to play in Green Bay because of me. And then you have like these kind of disputes, and it's not a good look. It's not good for anybody. It's not good for Jets fans. It's not good for Reddick. It's not good for the Jets. And like, this is not the stuff that should be the focus, right? It's like, hey, like you said, there's this much of a window. You got what, 2 years, maybe 2 seasons?
Yeah. Reddick's not going there to play with Rodgers.
No,
he has no interest in psychedelics. Okay, he wants to get paid. And it's about Reddick's history. Okay,
yeah,
he fucking balls out for the Cardinals. They don't want to pay him. He goes to Carolina on 1-year deal. Balls out. Then he goes to Philly, and they pay him. But it's one of those shorter deals, right? I think it was like a 3-year deal. This guy has overperformed what he's been paid for. And I think like going to the Jets, he was under the assumption he was going to get paid what he's actually produced on the field.
Sure.
And it's a rare situation where an edge rusher puts up the production that he has and doesn't get, one of those giant contracts. So I think like the Jets maybe not understanding that part of it is where this went south. So
I think, Jets are like, I'm not going to trade you. Reddick is like, okay, cool.
Have fun.
And then now it's just a holdout, right? It's just like, okay, we're going to sit here and wait and play a whole bunch of chicken. And again, like under the new CBA, like Reddick is the one who's going to suffer because he's going to have to get fined $1 gajillion. Yeah. So, and he's fined every day that he misses. So I wonder how this is going to come to an end. But like, I understand from Reddick's because he's in his late 20s now, right? I'm just spitballing. I think he's like
29, maybe
28, 29.
29. He's 29.
So
29.
So again, like probably one more big deal, and then that's it.
Yeah.
So like it's kind of now or never, because now if he doesn't get a deal now and just plays on this 1 year and that's it, he's gonna be 30. Yeah, and I don't know how many teams are gonna pay him. So
Cardinals should have just kept him, first of all. But yeah, 12.5, 11, 16, 11 sacks. And the Eagles paid him like $45 million or some shit, but he hasn't got that top tier edge money, and that's what he wants.
Spoilers for today's episode that I'm releasing. I had the Falcons with the highest ceiling in the South. But we need to see Kirk Cousins. Like, we need to see actually on the field. So I think on paper, it looks really good. Getting Judon, if he's healthy, is solid because they have needed a pass rusher there. That's why there was also that immense confusion when you have Dallas Turner sitting right there and you go and get a quarterback instead, because like this is a position of need for years for the Falcons. And they finally could have drafted a guy in the top 10. It would have made sense for it. But I mean, even when they drafted Bijan, it was like, okay, all right, I get it. Cause like, okay, Bijan, but just confusing times. So I think I like the change in coaching staff. I like everything on paper, but it's all hypothetical until they put the pads on and go play against.
Yeah, it's same thing with the Jets. Rodgers, Cousins and Aaron coming back from the same injury. If Cousins is good, then you got to love this move. It's a need and a very good player, Judon going there. And then yes, they add my man
Simmons, and they already got Bates, which was asked before about like the best safety tandem in the league. Let's see how Simmons looks. I imagine he's going to look good.
Oh, he's fine. He's good. He's great.
He's going to look good. Well, I mean, they went a while. He went a while, and I think that was a little bit of a surprise of like how long it took for him to get re-signed. But
I gotta look. He is like a 1 year, $8 million deal.
It's like $8 million.
It's like the Broncos should have just paid him. Jesus, like I'm mad he's still not a Bronco. Falcons
Sounds about right.
fans. And if let's say Judon is he stays healthy, and I think he will. I think he's going to play at a high level. He's going to improve their pass rush a lot. You know who's going to feast on the back end for you guys? Justin Simmons. He is a lengthy ball hawk. And if you got Judon putting pressure on Derek Carr and Bryce Young and Baker Mayfield, they're going to throw some picks. They're going to make some mistakes. You're going to love Justin Simmons. I guarantee it. I am the Men's Warehouse guy guaranteeing you're going to love the way you look with Justin Simmons.
Guarantee it.
Didn't that guy die? Was the Men's Warehouse guy
I think he
dead?
did. I think he might have. He might have.
It's a nice 1-2 move for Atlanta. And you like to see that they address something that we all knew was kind of a problem.
Sure.
They haven't had I was working for today's episode. They haven't had a guy get 50 QB pressures since 2020, and that was Grady Jarrett. And before that, it was Tack McKinley in 2018. So they need this.
Yeah. No, I don't doubt it. I don't doubt it. No, it's so. Who was I just talking to? Oh, I went to the bank and I was wearing a Packers shirt. He's like, I'm a Jets fan. I'm like, I'm sorry. And it was just like the look of just, man, like, I don't know anymore. I think like that's how Jets fans are right now, too. Like there's stuff you can be excited about, but that was last season. You know what I mean? Now it's, oh God, please work. Like, because if this doesn't, then, oh God.
Yeah.
This
I think
is so
Jets
bad.
fans are more prepared to be hurt this year.
I think he's just because he's older. I think because Simmons
No,
is
it's because he
older.
wasn't going to take shit money to play.
I mean, $8 million is not a ton.
It's not a ton, but like, he wasn't going to take that shit money.
I hope he balls out. Like, I like
he's
Simmons.
good. I'm telling you, dude. He's
a great locker room leader, too. And I think that's what you also alluded to yesterday with the Judon trade. Because Judon, yes, coming off an injury, he is older. In terms of, to what Aaron Rodgers said years ago, and I agree with him on this point, like, sometimes, like, locker room guys, like, that's also why you keep them there.
Yeah.
I know that Judon wanted like another deal and the Patriots just weren't willing to pay him like, that kind of money. But yeah, like a Randall Cobb, didn't do anything for the Jets last year. Obviously there was no Aaron Rodgers, but like he's a locker room guy, and Judon was a locker room guy, a good player when he was healthy. The fan base loved him too. And this is why it's a business. And that's like one of the tough parts about it. But I think him going to Atlanta, like if he can be that guy, and you get Simmons, who's another great locker room guy too. Like
he's a huge
you're
leader.
building a good culture there. So
yeah,
we'll see.
And if Justin Simmons is primed to fail with the Falcons, like if the Falcons underachieve, right? Say Kirk Cousins isn't healthy, he's not that good, and the Falcons miss the playoffs. That's been Simmons' entire career with the Broncos.
Yeah.
They have brought him nothing but disappointment. He comes in 2016, no playoffs. 2017, no playoffs. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, no fucking playoffs for Simmons. And I know it's weird for me to hope and pray the Atlanta Falcons are the team that get Justin Simmons into the playoffs, but that's what I want for the man. That's what I want.
No, I think a lot of it is like overblown.
Yeah.
I think your concern if you have Stephon Diggs is that he can be productive because he just disappeared for the last half of the season on the Bills. Like
it was weird.
He just disappeared. So like we talk about this locker room stuff, and someone mentioned before, like maybe you could be a good locker room presence somewhere else and it doesn't work in a different locker room. That's very valid. Maybe it's going to be a different situation in Houston.
Yeah.
That I wouldn't put too much stock on it. But I just want to see if he's productive. Yeah. That's the most important thing. That's the most important thing. Hey, appreciate you, Michael.
Thank you.
Appreciate you. Yes, we are going to be co-streaming.
Oh yeah, co-streaming the game Sunday. Come here. That's true. Like if Cousins sucks or isn't healthy, then Michael Penix and that pick looks very smart if he comes in and plays well. And what we get mad about with Penix to Atlanta is Penix is ready to play now, immediately. And he's got to go a place where he sits.
Yes, Brandon, that would be the case. But no, just because you draft Penix doesn't make it look good because you gave $100 million to Kirk Cousins.
No, I know. It doesn't make
They are
really
not,
bad.
they will
But
knock
if he
it off
comes-
of him there.
But if you're paying Cousins $1 million and you're winning with Penix, it's the same as paying Penix $100 million. Doesn't matter. The money's gone.
Just
You're
light
paying
it
a
on
quarterback,
fire.
you're
It's
good.
fine.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I wanted
love
to
it.
address this real quick.
Tell me, buddy.
This one, yeah, you brought it up. I think there's media is blowing. Not even media, just social media. There was that clip of Diggs and CJ Stroud talking on the sideline.
Yes.
And everyone's like, look at Diggs already complaining. I was like, that's just two guys having a conversation about football. And like Diggs like was talking about shit, and you could see CJ like listening, and I think they're just talking football. Now, then a couple days later, somebody asked Josh Allen, like, do you miss Diggs? He's like, I don't miss him. He was a great player. And I listened to the whole thing, and I don't think that was Josh Allen throwing Diggs under the bus. I think that's Josh Allen trying not to shit on his current receivers. You know what I mean? Like saying, like, yeah,
Sure.
I miss Stephon Diggs.
Because these guys can't catch a
Yeah,
cold.
these guys
Like, this
can't do
is-
it. Like,
Yeah. I think, real quick, just to go back to the Falcons right now, like, the team that they have assembled, the Falcons believe are ready to make a run, right?
Yeah.
There's all this talk about potential and all this unused talent. You talk about Arthur Smith. You talk about Desmond Ridder. You talk about Kyle Pitts not getting the ball. Bijan not getting enough carries. Like, okay, they brought in a new coach. They bring in Kirk Cousins and pay him a whole bunch of money. There you go. And that's why, again, it just makes the Penix pick even more confusing when it were. And again, if Penix winds up being good, no one's going to care about this 5 years from now.
yeah.
But, like, to be all in and make a run now, their secondary is good. Like, I believe in that secondary a bit more. I mean, because they were top 10 in passing defense last year. I think they were 8. The rush defense has to get better.
It will.
Right? And they get after the
Now.
quarterback. And if that changes, and I think already by proxy, like their passing offense is going to get better, then yeah, they could win the division. And they could potentially make a run in a weaker NFC. Right now, on paper, I don't know if they beat like a really good NFC team, though. I don't know if they beat the 49ers.
Yeah.
Oh.
Who knows? We'll see.
I don't know if they beat the 49ers.
But if Kirk Cousins finishes his career with the most expensive bridge quarterback ever,
yeah.
that will be funny. I will find that hilarious.
Yeah.
And I root for Kirk Cousins. I like Big Kirko, despite the fact that he eats humans in his basement. But I like Big Kirko Cousins.
It's fair.
I want to see nice things for the Falcons.
Yeah. Yeah, it's 2 years. Like, they have an out in 2 years. Like, I mean, hell, the Broncos are paying more for Russell Wilson,
Yeah.
right? And it seems like when that kind of stuff happens, because who was that? Oh, my God, who was that? Was that Wentz? Wentz was like, I don't want to say the first, but Wentz was like a major dead cap hit, right? Was it Wentz when they traded him?
I don't remember.
Like, there was a huge cap, and they're like, wow, like, Eagles are paying all this, blah, 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 blah. And then, like, the Colts, like, they messed around, and they wound up cutting guys. It's just become more acceptable, and I think as the cap continues to grow, like, look at Russell Wilson and what the Broncos are. Like, they're paying basically for him to play on the Steelers this year.
Yeah.
Right? It's not ideal. And again, if Penix is good, no one's going to care.
If
But-
that Penix is good, baby, there will be no complaints in Atlanta.
But if they fall short and Penix is not the guy also in a few years, then this is going to look extra bad.
Yeah.
So,
If Kirk Cousins is just amazing and
Matt
they never
Ryan.
see Penix and they trade him to a team and they get a pick for him,
that's
Then they
what
look-
it was. Might have been Matt Ryan.
Yeah.
Might have been Matt Ryan. So,
but for this year, it was stupid. We will all say it's stupid. It was dumb. It was stupid. Suck it. And
That's
maybe
what- okay, so
we
yeah,
don't
so
like to look
okay.
at the long term as football fans,
Got
as
it.
sports fans. We want immediate gratification, and it felt
Oh,
like
of
the
course.
Falcons delayed that for them for their fans,
yeah.
and that's a sin. That is a big sin in sports.
Deadpool became the highest grossing rated R movie of all time. There you go. Burn, what you got coming up today?
If I can get it done, We just so sometimes I feel like why even do an episode like after you and I talk about it extensively, but it's just about Judon and Simmons and Matt Milano.
That's fine. That's fine.
I know there's different people who watch it, but
yeah,
it's not going to be as good as what we just said. So don't come back later, guys.
I have actually, I've been working nonstop. I'm gonna go watch it because I also can't wait for All In. I'm not ready if he retires. I'm not ready. I love Brian Danielson. I love him. Also, All In's gonna be great. Today I got the NFC South predictions coming out today. East was yesterday. North was the day before. Next week is gonna be. So, like, Monday will be the NFC West and then the rest of the AFCs as well. I'm trying to record all that while I'm at training camp. And then finally, because it's been a 2-week hiatus, I had weddings. Friday night Q&A. Back tonight. Let's go.
Back on track, baby.
Let's go. Let's go. Also, a week from Monday. Very big announcement. We'll get there.
Whoa.
Got a big announcement. We got some announcements to do. Also, a week from Monday is the. Is it a week from Monday? Hold on. Let me just make sure. Let me make sure.
Are you 2 weeks off?
Yeah,
Are you
nope,
2 weeks?
A week from Monday is also the 9-year anniversary of the start of Patcast. True story.
Whoa, nice.
But folks, thank you so much for watching. We'll be back on Monday, and then we won't be here on Wednesday and Friday because I will be at training camp. However, we'll see on Sunday because we are going to be co-streaming the Packers Broncos. I believe it begins at like 8 p.m. Eastern, if I'm not mistaken. We'll
6 real time.
Mountain time, yeah. Well.
6 mountain time.
So we'll go live like 15 minutes before that. So we'll see you on Sunday. But folks, thank you so much for watching. I'm Tom Grossi. That's Brandon Perna. This is GPS. And you have been navigated.
Navigated? Any region designation